Do these bed bug traps work for identifying bed bug infestations? Today we're going to jump in and go over when they can work and when they don't. Stay tuned. So let's start off going over how these bed bug traps work. So these ones are the Raid bed bug detector and trap. Very straightforward. They come pre-packaged, and essentially there's a glue inside that when bed bugs walk in, they get stuck, so you can physically inspect them and find the bugs. These Ortho ones, very similar. They would have a glue trap on the inside, but they claim to have a pheromone attractant that will actually draw the bed bugs in, and then you can see them when they get stuck. Now the question is, do these traps work? The answer is they can, but they are not always reliable. So when do these traps and detectors work? Well, they can work almost any time, but a lot of it comes down to luck unless it's an extremely heavy infestation. And the caveat to that is if it's an extremely heavy infestation, you don't necessarily need a detector to find that there are bed bugs in there. The challenge is that bed bugs love harborage, and they love to stay fairly close to where they're feeding, which is usually in a bed frame, mattress, or box spring. So these traps can be a little bit challenging to put in the areas where bed bugs like to hide. So if it's a low infestation, the detection time would be quite long. So you can put them out, but you do not solely want to rely on this to know if there are bed bugs or not. So let's talk about what you can do to find a bed bug infestation faster. So if you suspect that you have bed bugs, the best thing to do is physical inspection. You want to check mattress, box spring, bed frames, plug outlets, side tables, all the little spots with the crack and crevice. Be sure to use a light, and you look for things like droppings, which are black dots often seen on the seams of a mattress or other furniture, or physical bugs, nymphs that are clear, or eggs. An extremely infested area is extremely easy to find the bugs. You'll see lots of them. When it's a new infestation or there's only a handful of bugs, they can be very challenging to find. So if you do a physical inspection and you don't see anything, but maybe you're getting bites, you can put these traps out. But if you want to have the best result, you kind of want to throw everything at it. You can get basic glue boards and place them everywhere. You want to place them all around any sleeping area, furniture, any sort of cracks and crevices that you can, in hopes that they get stuck. They work very similar to these traps, but they're a lot less expensive. Interceptors are another great tool. You can put them under the legs of a bed frame or furniture. Any bug that's going to crawl on or off gets stuck, and you can visually see that. And if you really want to tell, encasements work very well. What it does is it will go over your mattress, box spring, pillow, or whatever else you're using it on and completely seal it. So if there are bed bugs in there, they will be stuck. They won't be able to get out, so you're already knocking that down. But because they are seamless, if there's bugs, they jump out right away. Bugs are very challenging to find if they're in the cracks and crevices and there's not many of them, and this eliminates that. It's white, they stand right out, and it makes it very easy for identification. So if you have bed bug infestations, these can be great tools to use, but you do not solely want to rely on them. You want to throw everything that you can at it so that you can find them, and the faster you find them, the faster you can get rid of them, because they can infest very quick. So what we talked about today were different kinds of bed bug traps that you can purchase from home improvement stores. Can they work? Yes. Always be careful because they're not fully reliable. And then we talked about other things that you can do, which is putting out tons of inexpensive glue boards in hopes that you capture one that's moving, using interceptors on areas that you suspect may be infested to catch them if they're going on or off, and of course, using encasements works very well, not only to prevent them, but it makes it extremely easy to identify by making it seamless, so you can see if there's any bugs very easily.